Namaskar Bulbulians, class 11, subject economics. I will teach you the topic concept of economics and significance of statistics in economics. Let us start. Chapter is concept of economics and significance of statistics in economics. So your first chapter I told you already, but I am telling you again about this. According to the name of your chapter, I will tell you first about economics, then statistics. What is economics? Economics is a science of human behavior. It is a science of human behavior which concern with the allocation of scarce resources. Scarce means जो resources हैं वो क्या है, limited है और उनके क्या है, alternative uses हैं. तो how to utilize it, उसे utilize कैसे किया जाए, optimize उसका best utilization किया जाए कि consumer को क्या मिले, maximum satisfaction, producer को क्या मिले, maximum profit, and society need more and more social welfare. So I am telling you the definition and the words of Alfred Marshall. I am going to start. Economics is a science of human behavior which concern with allocation of scarce resources in such a manner that consumer will get maximum satisfaction, producer will get maximum profit, and society will get more and more social welfare. For example, you are, आप अपना ही एग्जाम्पल लीजिए. इफ यू आर कंज्यूमर, अगर आप एक कंज्यूमर हो तो व्हाट यू रिक्वायर, आपको क्या ज़रूरत होती है, यू ऑलवेज सेज, आप कहते हो कि आई नीड मैक्सिमम सेटिस्फेक्शन, कि जितना पैसा मैं लगा रहा हूँ मुझे उसे कंज्यूम करने से उसे क्या मिले, मैक्सिमम सेटिस्फेक्शन. एंड प्रोड्यूसर ही प्रोड्यूस गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. आफ्टर प्रोडक्शन he will sell, and after selling he wants maximum profit. And when we survive in society we need more and more social welfare. So firstly I will tell you some terms about it. ये terms हैं. Consumer is a person who consume goods and services. And consumption, consumer always do consumption. Consumption is a process. Consumption क्या है, एक process है using up utility value of goods and services for direct satisfaction of our wants. It means inherent capacity of goods and services to satisfy human wants. यानी कि consumption एक process है जो किसे satisfy करती है, human wants को satisfy करती है. Okay बेटा. Next is producer. Producer means who produce goods and services. Goods and services को क्या करता है, produce करता है. Production is a process which is done by the producer. It means convert raw material into finished goods. Suppose मेरे पास क्या है, 2-3 things I have. मेरे पास 2-3 चीजें हैं, like milk, like sugar, like other things. What I will do, I will make it biscuits. मैं मिल्क लेकर व्हीट फ्लोर यूज़ करके मैं क्या करती हूँ, उसके बिस्किट बनाती हूँ. बट आई डिड, मैंने क्या किया, आई कन्वर्ट रॉ मटेरियल इनटू फिनिश गुड्स. मैंने क्या किया, रॉ मटेरियल को फिनिश गुड्स में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. तो दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज प्रोडक्शन. तो प्रोडक्शन इज अ प्रोसेस कन्वर्टिंग रॉ मटेरियल इनटू यूजफुल थिंग्स. यानी कि रॉ मटेरियल को किस में कन्वर्ट करना, यूजफुल थिंग्स में कन्वर्ट करना. दैट इज नोन एज प्रोडक्शन. Next is saving and investment. Saving. What do you mean by saving? The part of income which is not consumed by you, which is kept by you to save, that is known as saving. It is an act of एब्सटीनेंस फ्रॉम द कंजम्पशन, कंजम्पशन से क्या करना, कुछ हट कर, इट मीन्स आपने उस पैसे को क्या किया, क्या कर दिया, सेव कर दिया. नेक्स्ट इज इन्वेस्टमेंट. इन्वेस्टमेंट व्हेन यू परचेज सम फिक्स्ड एसेट, फिक्स्ड एसेट मीन्स which will give you what, which will give you profit in future. So that is investment. Investment means जो आपने पैसा लगा दिया which will generate income for you, उससे आप क्या करेंगे, इनकम जनरेट करेंगे, that is known as investment. For example, I purchased one building, I have given on rent. So this is what is, this is investment. Investment means done by me. It means I purchase some fixed asset, okay, which will give income in future. जो आपको क्या देगी, future में income देगी. I purchased a building. मैंने building purchase की, then what? I have given on rent. मैंने उसे rent पर दे दिया. So this is also giving a income. Next is economic activity. Economic activity. Economic activity is that activity which is done in the economy for profit making process. It means use of scarce resources. This is activity. It is an activity which relates to the use of scarce resources. Means are always scarce in relation. We know this thing कि जो हमारे means हैं वो हमेशा क्या होते हैं, साधन, limited. Resources are limited and they have alternative uses. तो ये start कहाँ से होता है? Listen, human wants are unlimited. जो human wants है वो unlimited है. इतनी इच्छाएं हैं हमारी that never ends, जो कभी खत्म नहीं होती. Resources are scarce. जो resources हैं उसे पूरा करने वाले वो scarce हैं, limited हैं, और उसके भी क्या है, alternative uses. For example, your father always gives you pocket money. आपके पापा आपको हमेशा pocket money देते हैं. तो your wants are unlimited. आपकी wants इतनी ज़्यादा होती है कि वो pocket money हमेशा आपको short रहेगी, चाहे आपके पापा आपकी pocket money जितनी मर्जी क्या कर दे, increase कर दे. Because your wishes, जो आपकी इच्छाएं हैं वो क्या हैं, unlimited है, और उसे पूरा करने वाले जो साधन हैं, जो resources हैं, these are limited. वो क्या है, limited हैं, और उनकी भी alternative uses हैं, different uses हैं. For example, मिल्क है, इन गर्मियों में क्या होता है, आइसक्रीम के लिए यूज होता है, for curd, for drinking, for charge और other things. तो इसकी हमेशा क्या हो जाती है, shortage. Next is scarcity is the undercurrent of economic problem and therefore of the economics. I am telling you two things. One is abundant and second is scarcity. What do you mean by abundant and scarcity? Abundant. Abundant means supply is greater than demand. जिसकी supply बहुत ही ज़्यादा है और demand उससे कम. Like sunrise, a lot of supply is there, but demand is less during summer season, not in winter season. Next, scarcity. Scarcity means demand is greater than supply. Demand जो है वो ज़्यादा है, supply जो है वो कम है. At a zero price level. At a zero price level. For example, water. Water demand is more, supply is short. जो supply है वो इतनी available नहीं. That word is used, scarcity, where shortage of goods, and that word is used, abundant, where more are available. So I am telling you what is economic problem. अब economic problem क्या है? Economic problem is the problem of choice. क्या choice की problem है? Resources are scarce, human wants are unlimited, and they have alternative uses. Alright, कि जो resources हैं इकोनॉमी के अंदर वो हमारे पास क्या है, scarce है, shortage है, और उसके different uses हैं. इतने सारे uses हैं कि हम उसे सोचेंगे, we will think about it कि इसे कहाँ लगाया जाए और कहाँ ना लगाया जाए. This is the problem of choice. So it is the problem of choice. It means arising on account of the fact resources are scarce and they have alternative uses. Three distinct component of economics. Economics के तीन distinct component हैं. First, consumption. I already told you, consumption is a process which is done by the consumer. A consumption means to consume the goods for satisfaction of his cost. It increases the utility of the consumer. Second is production. Production is a process which is done by the producer. कौन करता है? Producer करता है for earn more and more profit. Next is distribution. Distribution is also an activity that is also a component of economic activity. Distribute. For production के लिए क्या चाहिए producer को? 4 resources, 4 resources. These are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Land gets rent. Labor gets wages, capital gets interest, and entrepreneurs get profit, works for profit. This is known as distribution. Distribution of income among the resources of production or factors of production. This is also an economic activity. 2 economic activities are known here. One is exchange and next is finance, but it is not in your syllabus. Okay, only 3 activities are there in your syllabus. Next topic is micro and macroeconomics. Micro and macroeconomics. Micro and macroeconomics. I am telling you about this. Micro has been taken from Greek word macros. Macro has been taken from Greek word macros. It means small. It means large. Okay. Now I am telling you one thing about micro. Study the individual. Micro study the individual consumer, individual producer, and macro study the economy as a whole. अगर इसमें बात करते हैं तो पूरी इकोनॉमी की बात करते हैं, और अगर माइक्रो की बात करते हैं तो we shall discuss about only individual. While we are studying microeconomics, macro variable will remain constant. अगर हम माइक्रो को स्टडी करेंगे तो मैक्रो वेरिएबल क्या रहेंगे? Constant रहेंगे. When we are studying about macroeconomics, micro variable remain constant. For example, एक person है वो poor है, ठीक है ना? But we cannot compare with the per capita income. हम उसको per capita income से compare नहीं कर सकते. Suppose हमारी कंट्री की per capita income जो है वो 10,000 पर मंथ है. तो let me clear one thing, क्या हर किसी को 10,000 पर मंथ मिल रहा है? Not get that. It means when we are studying, जब हम पढ़ रहे हैं माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स को, तो मैक्रो वेरिएबल विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट. तो जो मैक्रो के वेरिएबल्स हैं वो क्या रहेंगे? कांस्टेंट. When we are studying मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, जब हम मैक्रो को स्टडी कर रहे हैं, then माइक्रो वेरिएबल्स विल रिमेन कांस्टेंट. I am giving you one more example. In 2015 or 16, our GDP was rise 8%. हमारा GDP कितना रहा था? 8%. क्या तब भी हमारी कंट्री में स्टार्वेशन से डेथ नहीं हुई? क्या तब भी हमारी कंट्री में भूखमरी जो थी वो नहीं थी? सबको जो है वो प्रॉपर मिल रहा था? No. This is the main reason. When we are calculating national income or per capita income, then we are counting the individual, but it doesn't affect on microeconomics. And same for the macro. While we are studying macroeconomics, the micro variable will remain constant. यानी कि जब हम macro को study करेंगे तो micro variable क्या रहेंगे? Constant. जब हम micro को study करेंगे तो macro variable क्या रहेंगे? Constant. Next, your topic is, this is the main topic, that is statistics. What do you mean by statistics? Statistics का क्या मतलब है? Statistics is a game of number. Statistics. It has been taken from word stata. This is stata word से लिया गया. What is the meaning of this? We mean quantitative data affected marked extent by the multiplicity of causes. तो statistics क्या है? It is the quantification of numbers. So statistics are numerical statement of fact in the department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. यानी कि कोई भी statistical inquiry कुछ भी हम inquire करने जा रहे हैं तो we will take data in quantitative form यानी कि numbers में लेते हैं. That is known as statistics. For example, we are going to count the poverty. हम कहते हैं कि हमारी कंट्री में 27% people जो है वो क्या है poor है. 27% people are poor. So what is this? This is statistics. This is a quantitative number. When we shall discuss about the unemployment, what we shall say? कि 15% people are unemployed in that state. In that state, we are discussing about poverty. We are discussing about so many problems we have discussed. That will be in number. That is known as statistics. There is a different meaning for layman and economic student. Economic student के लिए और layman एक साधारण आदमी के लिए अगर हम बात करें तो statistics का जो meaning है that will be the different. वो क्या होगा? Different होगा. So you will see what is the statistics. So statistics are numerical statement in fact in the department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. I am giving you one example of this. Suppose Ram gets 100 rupees per month as a pocket allowance. It is not a statistics. ये statistics नहीं है कि राम को 100 rupees मिलते हैं, शाम को 1000 rupees मिलते हैं. तो this is not a statistics. But whereas we shall discuss average pocket allowances of class 10th कि क्लास 10 की एवरेज पॉकेट अलाउंसेस जो हैं वो कितनी हैं? 100 है और राम उसी क्लास का जो है वो पार्ट है. तो दिस इज वी कैन से इज अ स्टैटिस्टिक्स बिकॉज वी हैव टेकन एग्रीगेट ऑफ फैक्ट्स. क्योंकि हमने पूरी 10th क्लास को काउंट किया, नॉट स्पेशली टू राम, टू श्याम, टू अदर्स. बट दिस इज नोन एज स्टैटिस्टिक्स. आई एम गिविंग यू one more example, or other example. A cow has a 4 lakhs. This is not a statistics. But if I will say, I will give other example. Birth rate in India is 18 per 1000 compared to 8 per 1000 in US. So this is a statistics. So that will give you a meaningful result. That is known as statistics. So main agenda is numerical statement of facts in numerical statement of fact in statistical inquiry, in statistical in any department of inquiry, any department of inquiry and plays relation to each other. This is known as statistics. And plays relation to each other. This is known as statistics. So statistics are numerical statements of facts in any department of inquiry placed in relation to each other. This is known as statistics. Okay, beta? This is, I am telling you one thing. You can take the definition of statistics in two ways. One is singular noun and second is plural noun. Okay? Statistics in the form of singular noun, in the form of plural noun. In the form of plural. Plural noun, I already told you what it is. It is a statement of facts. Statement of facts, quantifiable. Okay. Or in singular noun, we can say that in the stages are here, like statistical study. We should discuss the stages. First stage is collection of data. Collection of data. We are discussing about the singular sense. This is singular sense and this is plural sense. primary method, primary data, secondary data, primary source, secondary source, census method, sample method we have done. So I am writing about its tools, sample and census technique. These are tools, census and sample technique. That you have already done. जो आप already जो हम कर चुके हैं तो census और sample method, how to collect these data. Second stage is organization of data. Organization of data. That you already done in chapter 4. Organization of data. How you organize the data. The name of the chapter is organization and classification of data. What you will learn over there, what you will do over there, array of data and derivations. Array of data and derivations. Now you organize it, you manage it, you make it useful. After that, what you will do? The third stage is presentation of data. Presentation of data. How will you show this data? By textual, by tabular and diagrammatically presentation. Diagrams. After presentation of data, two stages are more. After presentation of data, what you will do? Analysis of data. Analysis of data. How will you analyze it? What you have done? Firstly, you have collect. Secondly, you have managed. Third, you present in the diagram form or textual form or tabular form which you want to do. After it, you have to analyze it. आपके पास mathematical form में data है, diagrammatically form में data है, but you have to do, you have to analyze it with the help of percentage, average, correlation, and regression. Percentage, average, correlation, and regression. These are the methods. Regression coefficients to analyze it. It means you will get the result from it. Regression coefficient. The last point, that is interpretation of data. Interpretation means magnitude of percentages. Interpretation of data. It means you have to find the magnitude of percentages. What do you have to do? You have to find the magnitude of percentage. Percentage का magnitude निकालेंगे and others also. Average and degree of relationship between economic variables. Percentage, average, and degree of correlation. This is the singular sense. It means the economic student always do like this. जो economic student है उसके लिए statistics का जो meaning है, these are the meaning for what? For whom? For economic student. Because he has a deep knowledge of economics, we know how to collect it, how to present it, how to make it diagrammatically, or how to understand it, or how to make conclusion and interpret it. This is the meaning. Singular. This is the meaning of in the singular sense. It means as a singular noun we should use it like this. Next is plural. Plural, I already told you, this is a quantitative data. What do you mean by quantitative? Quantitative, it means we mean quantitative data affected to a marked extent by the multiplicity of causes. So next, I am telling you about the feature or characteristics of statistics in a plural sense. This is the meaning for economics student. A layman cannot understand it because he doesn't have a deep knowledge of this. Okay, I already told you, statistics are different for laymen and different for economic students or economists who makes theory, or who makes model, who fix the policies for our country. So let us start. Feature or characteristics in a plural sense of numerical data. Features or characteristics. First is aggregate of facts. Aggregates of facts. I already told you statistics read aggregates. ये study करती है किसको aggregate को, not a single. I gave you one example. मैंने आपको एक example जो है वो दिया था. What was the example? I told you this thing कि Ram has a pocket money. Ram has a 80 rupees in his pocket. This is not a statistics. But if I am taking one example, 10th class is getting 80 rupees pocket money per month on the average basis. तो this is known as statistics. क्योंकि जहाँ हम average की बात करते हैं वहीं पर बात आती है किसकी statistics की. For example, if it is stated that there are 1,000 students in our college, it has no statistical significance. But if it is stated that 3,300 in arts, 400 in commerce, rest of 300 in science, so this is statistics. Okay, beta. Next is numerically expressed. What? Numerically expressed. I already told you. Numerically expressed. I already told you statistics, plural statistics always numerically expressed. It always shown in numbers. For example, to say if Fran Pathan is tall and Sachin is short, there is no statistical sense. If I will say if Fran Pathan is 6 feet 2 inches and Sachin is 5 feet 4 inches, this will be numerical called statistics. Third is affected by multiplicity of causes. Affected by multiplicity of causes. This is affected by multiplicity of causes. Means so many causes are affected. Suppose price of wheat rises. Wheat का price बढ़ गया. Why it is rises? So many reasons are there. इसके बहुत सारे कारण होंगे. Suppose लेबर महंगी हो, सीड्स जो है वो महंगे होंगे, मे बी कुछ फसल जो है वो खराब हो गई. There are so many reasons. So this is affected by multiplicity of causes. For instance, 30% rise in price may have due to several causes like reduction in supply, increase in demand, shortage of power, more pay to labor, etc. Fourth is reasonable accuracy. Reasonable accuracy. The statistics data which you are getting, that will be not 100% accurate. It will be reasonable accurate, not 100% accurate. I told you. This accuracy depends upon the purpose of investigation, its nature, its size, and available resources. Next is placed in relation to each other. It means when you are doing comparison, it will be placed. Placed means if you are saying Ram is 40-year-old, Mohan is 5 feet tall, Sohan has 60 kg weight. These numbers cannot be called statistics because no comparison is possible. आप क्या ले रहे हो? एक की हाइट ले रहे हो, एक का वेट ले रहे हो, ठीक है? तो एक की एज ले रहे हो. We cannot compare it with these three. It means placed relation to each other, but these are not placed relation to each other. Predetermined purpose. Predetermined purpose means when you are collecting data, you have to predetermine. Predetermine means पहले से ही mind में purpose हो कि what you have to do. What you have to do. Why are you collecting this data? Where it will be used. This is the predetermined purpose. Next is enumerated or estimated. Enumerated or estimated. Estimated means this data which you are getting, I already told you, not the 100% accurate. This data is already estimation. If I am saying in our country 28% are poor, it doesn't mean that accuracy is there. Total 28% of are poor, rest of are not poor. This will not give you the 100% accurate result. This is only the estimation. For example, it can be verified by enumeration whether 20 students are present in the class or 10 workers are working in a factory. Okay, this you can prove, but some data we cannot prove. For example, 1 lakh people attend the rally addressed by the Prime Minister in Delhi, 2 lakh in Mumbai. These are based only on estimation. If I am giving class report, that will be okay, that will be accurate, that is not estimated. Okay, that is the actual data. If I am saying this thing ki lakh person are attending rally in Delhi, so this is only estimated. This is not counted to each and everyone. Last one is collected in a systematically manner. So I already told you, you have to go step by step. You have to collect the data in a systematically manner. Systematically means system you have to adopt. When you will go systematically, that will give you the complete results. For example, data regarding the marks secured by a student of a college without any reference to class, subject, examination or maximum marks, it will give no confusion. अगर उसमें ये सब चीज़ें मेंशन जो है वो नहीं होंगी, that will not give you the accurate conclusion there. और I already told you statistical tools. Statistical tools means these refers to a methods or techniques used for the collection, organization, presentation as well as analysis and interpretation of data. This will be count in singular noun of statistics also. Now I am telling you scope of statistics. What is the scope of statistics? Scope means what is included over there. इसमें किस चीज़ को जो है वो include किया जाएगा? Scope of statistics. There are three concepts in scope of statistics. Sorry, beta, not a stop. This is a scope. One is nature, second is subject matter, third is limitation. Nature of statistics. Second, subject matter of statistics. And third is limitation of statistics. So let us discuss. One is nature. Nature means statistics is an art or science. Art क्या होता है और science क्या होता है? Science which goes on systematically rules, systematical methods are there. In statistics also systems are there because this is collected in a systematically manner. And art means काम को करने की कला. Suppose one man is doing his work, मूर्तिकार है, अपना काम कर रहा है. What he will do? Art है कि उसने उसे एक मूर्ति का रूप जो है वो दे दिया. तो same in statistics, this is also an art. जो statistics है वो art भी है और science भी है. Art कैसे है? काम को करना कैसे है? How to do this work? Statistics, if you are going to collect statistics, how will you collect it? But this is an art or system which you follow. In science also there is a systems. Science में भी क्या है आपके systems हैं. ठीक है, तो you will see first statistics is a science or an art. A science statistical study numerical data in scientific or systematic manner, and art relates to quantitative data to the real life problems. By using statistical data, we are able to analyze and understand real life problem much better than otherwise. So what is this? What is the meaning of this nature of statistics? Statistics is an art or statistics is a science. It is both. ये दोनों हैं. inferential statistics, descriptive statistics, and inferential statistics. What do you mean by descriptive and what do you mean by inferential? तो firstly I will tell you inferential. Inferential क्या होता है बेटा? If your class teacher estimate average weight of entire class on the basis of average weight of only a sample, यानी कि एक सैम्पल के बेस पर जो है काउंट की जाती है, कैलकुलेशन की जाती है, दिस इज नोन एज इन्फ्रेंशियल. आई एम टेलिंग यू अगेन, इफ योर क्लास टीचर एस्टिमेट एवरेज वेट ऑफ एंटायर क्लास, पूरी क्लास का एवरेज वेट जो है वो एस्टिमेट करती है on the basis of average weight of only a sample of the student of a class, it means he is using inferential statistics. What is the meaning of this? When conclusions are drawn relating to the universe on the basis of given sample. Given sample means आपके पास एक sample है, you have one sample, आपके पास एक sample है और आपका जो total आपको काउंट करना है, टोटल यूनिवर्स को काउंट करना है, उसके बेसिस पर जो है वो पूरी की पूरी पॉपुलेशन यानी कि यूनिवर्स जिसको आपको स्टडी करना है उसका रिजल्ट जो है वो फाइंड किया जाता है, एज्यूम किया जाता है. दैट इज नोन एज इन्फ्रेंशियल स्टैटिस्टिक्स. नेक्स्ट इज डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिस्टिक्स. आई एम गिविंग यू वन एग्जांपल. व्हेन यू एस्टिमेट एवरेज हाइट ऑफ सेकेंडरी स्टूडेंट इन योर स्कूल, likewise descriptive statistics in use when you find that marks in science and mathematics student in class are intimately related to each other. So what is this? Descriptive means it refers to those methods which are used for collection, presentation, analyzation of data. These methods related to measurement of central tendencies, measurement of dispersion, measurement of correlation, etc. So what is this? I am telling you descriptive and inferential. Descriptive means when you find the conclusion by using different methods like correlation, like average, mean, median, mode you are using. But in inferential, what you will do? The entire class or entire population is concluded by the given sample. एक सैम्पल के बेस पर पूरी की पूरी क्लास का जो डेटा है क्या करना है, माइंड करना उसे एस्टिमेशन को. तो दिस इज नोन एज इन्फ्रेंशियल. और डिस्क्रिप्टिव मीन्स इट मीन्स यू विल व्हाट यू विल डू, दोज मेथड relate to such estimation, measurement of central tendencies, mean, median, mode, correlation. These are counting over there. Next and last topic of this, limitation of statistics. Let us discuss what is the limitation. You read about the statistics, आपने statistics को study किया, तो जहाँ पर जिसमें features होते हैं there are some limitations also. वहाँ पर limitations भी होती हैं. तो what you will do? You will tell the limitation of statistics by go against the features. आप क्या करेंगे? Go against the features. Features के against जाते जाएंगे तो you will make the limitation yourself. One was that feature कि statistics read only numerical facts. तो study of numerical facts only. One limitation is study of numerical facts. ये किसको study करता है? सिर्फ numerical facts. It doesn't study the qualitative facts. ये qualitative facts को study नहीं करता है, like wisdom, like justice, like health. Second is study of aggregates only. I already told you statistics सिर्फ किसे study करता है? Only aggregates. We study only the aggregates. Aggregate means sum total. Next is homogeneity of data as an essential of the requirement. Homogeneity of data. Homogeneity means same. Homogeneity of data is essential requirement. I am telling you about, listen to me. If in your class, अगर आपकी क्लास में homogeneity नहीं है, homogeneity means same type of data जो है वो नहीं है, तो results will be proved wrong. जो results है वो क्या होंगे? Wrong होंगे. Suppose in your class 30 students are there. Okay, what will be there? What will be there? 10 students height is very less, very small, but 20 students height is very big. बहुत बड़े हैं वो 20 student. तो average height will not be meaningful. जो average height है वो meaningful नहीं होगी, because that 20 whose height is very big, that will not give the appropriate result. So homogeneity of data is the essential requirement of statistics. Results are proved only on averages. Results are proved only on averages. Averages. इसमें जो results हैं वो आपके prove होते हैं किस पर? Only on averages. Averages. I am giving you one example. A is a person, B is the person. A is getting profit 2,000. 3,000, 4,000 respectively, and B is getting profit 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. Average is 3 to 5, 4, 9, 9 divided by 3. Average is 3,000. Average is 3,000. Okay, बेटा. But average is same. जो results हैं वो prove होते हैं only on averages. सिर्फ averages पर prove हो गया, but actual situation that is increasing, that is okay. Next time you will get 5,000, next 6,000, next 7,000, but that is diminishing. जहाँ पर वो घट रहा है वहाँ पर इसके जो profits हैं that will be fall. वो क्या हो जाएंगे? diminishing हो जाएंगे. Results are proved only on the basis of averages. Next is without reference result may be proved to wrong. Without reference. Without reference results are proved to be wrong. जो results हैं वो क्या होंगे? Wrong. The same reference you will take, which I told you. That example you can take in both. ये example जो है वो आप दोनों को ले सकते हो. You are not taking reference, you are taking only average. So next time this average will decrease, but this average will increase. Next point can be used by the experts. This is the actuality. Statistical data can be used only by the experts, because this is not a cup of tea. No one can do it easily. Prone to misuse, that can be misused easily. इसे गलत जो है वो यूज किया जा सकता है. Next topic and last topic of this chapter, that is importance of statistics. Importance of statistics. Importance of statistics. What is the use of statistics? I told you already. One is quantitative expression of economic problem. One is quantitative expression of economic problem. What do you mean by economic problem? Economic problem I already told you in the form of the first page, first topic. Economic problem is a problem of choice. How to use the scarce resources. So let us discuss quantitative expression of economic problems. Statistics always give you the quantitative expression. तो statistics से वो आपको क्या देता है? Quantitative expression. It means it will tell you the data in numeric form. For example, the problem of unemployment is here. Quantitative expression tell you कि 20% of working population is unemployed. Second is intersectoral and intertemporal comparison. Intersectoral and intertemporal comparison. Sectoral means compare one sector with other sector, like primary sector, secondary and tertiary we can compare it, or temporal means time to time comparison will be there. Third is working out cause and effect relationship. Working out cause and effect relationship. Yes, statistics always work on cause and effect relationship. क्या कारण था and what was the effect और क्या effect था, that is related to each other. What related, से क्या relate करता है, the what statistics. Next is, for example, I am saying in during these days poverty in our economy is increasing. So what is, this is the effect, reason, cause due to coronavirus. No work is there. Okay. Yesterday I have heard in news that our economy decreased 4.2 during these days. Next, construction of economic theory or economic models. Construction of economic theories and economic models. Quantitative data will help to the economist to make economic theories. When they are making theory of economy, economic theory always related to economic problems or economic issues. So in which data is required? The data is required in the form of percentages or actual data. In class 12 you will read in Indian economy, you will see a lot of data is there. It means this will help to make the economic theories and economic models which will help in future. Next is economic forecasting. Economic forecasting is to see in future. Statistics will help you to see in future. Next is formulation of policies. Formulation of policy means it helps to formulate the policy. What? Statistics. Statistics से गवर्नमेंट जो है वो क्या करती है, पॉलिसीज बनाती है, लाइक प्राइस पॉलिसी, लाइक फिस्कल पॉलिसी, लाइक मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी. फिस्कल पॉलिसी टू कंट्रोल द बजट, बजट को कंट्रोल करने के लिए होती है. प्राइस पॉलिसी टू कंट्रोल द प्राइस एंड मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी टू कंट्रोल द मनी सप्लाई इन द इकोनॉमी. नेक्स्ट इज इकोनॉमिक इक्विलिब्रियम. जो स्टैटिस्टिक्स है वो क्या करती है, इकोनॉमी को इक्विलिब्रियम में लेकर आती है, where consumer is getting maximum satisfaction and producer is getting maximum profit. That is known as equilibrium. When you will read it in class, that diagram is like this. This is the demand curve, this is the supply curve, these are point of equilibrium. That is known as equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity, etc. Next topic. Statistical method are no substitute for common sense. देखो बेटा, statistical data जो है you can use it, but common sense is also required. If in my class average height is 5.2 feet or 5.4 feet, so I am going to order the shirts for the student. So that is not a wisdom task. This is not a wise task. ये बुद्धिमत्ता का कार्य जो है वो नहीं है. Because this is average height, not the actual height of the student. Because when they will wear it, that will not give such type of comfort to each and everyone. Those who are big, shirt will be small for them. Those who are small, shirt will be long for them. Okay. So statistical method are no substitute for common sense. So you can write about giving any example of this. And last, that is distrust of statistics. What do you mean by distrust? Distrust means difference, which observation. It means it arises not because of there anything wrong in statistics as a subject matter. It arises user of statistics tends to manipulate to suit or support their pre-drawn conclusion or observation. देखो बेटा, what is distrust? ये distrust trust means विश्वास, dis make it easy, ठीक है, it means नहीं. तो what is why it is arise? ये distrust arise ही क्यों होता है, क्या रीज़न है? जब किसी भी डेटा को क्या करते हैं, अपने अकॉर्डिंग हम उसमें कुछ भी मैनिपुलेशन करते हैं. मैनिपुलेशन मीन्स उस डाटा से छेड़छाड़ करते हैं. तो व्हाट विल हैपन, द कंक्लूजन विच यू आर मेकिंग और कंक्लूजन विच आई एम मेकिंग, दैट विल बी द डिफरेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, डेटा इज 96.7%. वन इज यूजिंग दिस, सेकेंड इज टेकिंग 97. The answer of both will be different. A bit different will be there. क्या होगा आंसर, क्या होगा, डिफरेंट होगा. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं आपको एक चीज बताती हूँ. कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट एंड बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट want to show कि how much prices are rises. प्राइसेस जो है वो कितने बढ़े हैं. जो प्राइस राइज का फॉर्मूला होता है वो क्या होता है, करंट प्राइस अपॉन में प्रीवियस ईयर प्राइस, करंट ईयर प्राइस, प्रीवियस ईयर प्राइस और बेस ईयर प्राइस इनटू 100. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला टू सी द इन्फ्लेशन, टू चेक द इन्फ्लेशन. बोथ ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट वांट टू चेक कि कितना इन्फ्लेशन जो है वो बढ़ा है. व्हाट दे डिड, क्या किया दोनों ने, कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट हैज टेकन बेस ईयर 2004-2005, but BJP government has taken base year 2008-2009. अब डेफिनेटली क्या होगा, what it will be, क्या होगा कि कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट आर टेकिंग बेस ईयर 2004 and 5, BJP is taking 2008 and 9. 2008 और 9 में वही चीज जो है वो क्या होगी, कॉस्टिंग. सपोज ये जो थी वो थी 80 रुपीज की. सपोज वी जो एग्जाम्पल, यू कैन टेक एनी एग्जाम्पल सपोज, और हियर दैट वाज वही वीट कितने की थी, कितने की थी, 50 की. तो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस इन द बेस ईयर. तो इन्फ्लेशन विल आल्सो द डिफरेंट. जो दोनों में इन्फ्लेशन निकलेगी वो क्या होगी, डिफरेंट. इट मीन्स व्हाट डू दे वांट टू शो, वो अपने अकॉर्डिंग दिखाना चाहते हैं, वो अपने अकॉर्डिंग दिखाना चाहते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई व्हाट विल अराइज फॉर द पब्लिक, पब्लिक के लिए क्या राइज हो जाएगा, डिस्ट्रस्ट. तो दिस इज डिस्ट्रस्ट ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स अराइज बिकॉज देयर इज एनीथिंग रॉन्ग विद स्टैटिस्टिक्स एज अ सब्जेक्ट मैटर. इट अराइज द यूजर ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स टेंड्स टू मैनिपुलेट इट और सूट टू सपोर्ट प्री ड्रॉन कंक्लूजन और ऑब्जर्वेशन. इट मीन्स उन्होंने क्या किया, अपने अकॉर्डिंग जो है वो उसमें क्या कर दिया, चेंज कर दिया. Here is also one example. The government claimed that 2011 per capita income India increased about 17%. On the other hand, opposition party ने क्या कहा कि जो per capita income है वो 5% से बढ़ी है. What was the different क्या था, both of the parties has taken different base year. अब दोनों ने क्या ले लिए, बेस ईयर जो क्या ले लिए, डिफरेंट ले लिए. तो इट मीन्स रिजल्ट विल बी द डिफरेंट. रिजल्ट में क्या आएगा, डिफरेंस आएगा. इफ यू विल यूज 80 द रिजल्ट विल बी डिफरेंट. इफ यू विल यूज 50 द रिजल्ट विल बी डिफरेंट. ओके, बट मेन कॉजेज ऑफ डिस्ट्रस्ट, अब इसके कारण क्या है. फर्स्ट, डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स आर ऑब्टेन्ड इन रिस्पेक्ट टू अ गिवन प्रॉब्लम एक है, बट वी हैव डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स. हमारे पास डिफरेंट काइंड के स्टैटिस्टिक्स जो है उसे सॉल्व करने के लिए. सेकेंड, स्टैटिस्टिक्स कैन बी ऑल्टर्ड, हम उसमें ऑल्ट्रेशन कर सकते हैं, उसमें चेंजेस जो है वो कर सकते हैं. थर्ड, ऑथेंटिक स्टैटिस्टिक्स कैन ऑल्सो प्रेजेंटेड इन सच ए मैनर टू कंफ्यूज द रीडर. जो ऑथेंटिक स्टैटिस्टिक्स होती है वो कई बार रीडर के लिए, हम जैसे पब्लिक के लिए ये क्या हो जाती है, कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट हो जाती है कि विच गवर्नमेंट इज राइट, कौन सी गवर्नमेंट जो है वो सही कह रही है. When statistics are collected in a partial manner, the results generally prove to be wrong. But a partial manner always not give the meaningful and full result. I already told you, आधी knowledge हमेशा क्या होती है, खतरनाक. तो I hope बेटा you can one question is left, how to remove distrust. अब इस distrust को हम हटा सकते हैं. First, statistical limitation. When you are working on statistics, तो statistics की limitations को ध्यान में रखिए कि कहाँ कहाँ पर गलती जो है वो हो सकती है. No bias. No bias means कोई पक्षपात नहीं. You will do on a right track. The right track you will follow. And next is application by the experts. इसे कौन use करें? सिर्फ और सिर्फ experts. If expert is doing this, they will take the correct base year. They will not take the wrong base year to match their conclusion. This is the right way. So, I hope beta you can understand this chapter easily. This will come in exam. If you are facing any problem, you can take